6 leg strengthening exercises to drastically improve your strength and stamina for Bharatanatyam or classical dance. Now, especially if you're a beginner or you're trying to understand the basics, you will see that the most common stance in classical dance is a squatting position. And in Bharatanatyam, it is Are Mandi, where we sit like this. Now, this position is very difficult to maintain if you do not have leg strength to sustain that posture, because a squat requires good strength in your leg muscles, okay, in your calves and your thighs, most importantly. So, practicing exercises that will develop that strength is very important, especially in the first few months of your training, because your body is not used to squatting that much. Okay, so these 6 exercises, if you practice on a regular basis, you will see a drastic improvement in how strong you feel in the lower half of your body. So the first exercise is just a posture to maintain, which is a preritam or a sumo squat position. Preritam is the name it's given in the Abhinaya Darpanam. We open our feet wider than shoulder distance and toes pointing to the side, not in the front. So toes point to the side in the same direction as the knee, and we sit. So you bend your knee and you sit, and the distance between your feet, the gap has to be such that your knee and your heel fall in the same line. So this position, where your thighs are almost flat because of the way you are squatting, you will hold. Just holding this position will help you build endurance in your thighs and your calves. So we hold that, and in my class I make my students hold that for 1 minute or 2 minutes, depending on how well they are able to do or what level they are on. But we started with 15 seconds or 30 seconds, and they themselves volunteer to hold it for 2 minutes. You can hold it for longer, but just understand that this position is a very good position to start building your leg strength. Okay, when you practice, you hold it for a duration that is challenging for you, but not so much that you don't get up and practice the next day. Now, the second exercise is a variation in the sumo squat itself. It's an added movement where we will lift our heels within the position. So this time you open your feet slightly less wide. Then you bend your knees, and your knees will be slightly going beyond the level of your ankles. Now from here, you will lift the ankles, the heels up, and your toes and your knees will fall in a straight line then. So lift, make that straight line, and come back. Now notice the height of my body is not increasing. So I'm not going this. I'm stabilizing the height of my body, and I'm just lifting the heels up and down. This exercise gives you an opportunity to work more on your calf muscles, which is something that most exercises don't give you an opportunity for. And you also get to build balance and strength in your ankles. Third exercise, slow sit-up exercise, in which we'll start with our feet in the V position, and I'll take 10 counts to come down to Are Mandi, 10 counts to Nire Mandi, 10 counts back to Are Mandi, 10 counts back up. So you can take any number of counts. You can choose a count of 5, you can choose a count of 7 or a count of 10 or even 15, depending on how strong you are. But the point is that you will slowly go down and flow through the counts to reach each position. The coming up part of the exercise is actually the most difficult, and this is where you have to build more steadiness. Then slowly straighten up. So you can begin with just doing 3 repetitions of this to a count of 5, but depending on how well you're able to do it, you can set your own challenge level for this one. Now we come to Nire Mandi jumps, which is your 4th exercise. So for Nire Mandi jump, we will sit in Nire Mandi and make sure to not sit on your heels, but to lift up slightly, and then this is going to be a small skip. We'll go 1 and come down, 2, come down. 3, come down. Notice I am not doing this. Okay, it's a very small skip, so you're not lifting your feet too much, but you're holding up steady, coming back, and steady, coming back. So again, you can do 10 repetitions, 15 repetitions. So not bouncing is a very important part of jumping in Niramandi. So if you're doing this, that means you're not controlling your body with the muscle, rather you're putting all your weight on your ankles and your toes. Okay, and you're not utilizing your muscle, which is why you're bouncing. Okay, so totally avoid bouncing. That was your 4th exercise. Now, let's come to exercise number 5, which is Are Mandi to Nire Mandi jump. So, there is no standing position in this exercise, so it becomes a little more difficult to do. We'll start with Are Mandi. Ta, ka, hold the me. Come back and forth. Ta, ka, ja, nu. Down in. Ta, ka, hold the me. Coming back. Ta, ka, ja, nu. So you go down in just ta, hold for 3 counts ka, di, mi, and then take the 4 counts to come back up. One more time I'm demonstrating. Ta, ka, di, mi. Come back and forth. Ta, ka, ja, nu. No standing up. Ta, ka, di, mi. Back in. Ta, ka, ja, nu. That is your 5th exercise. Now, let's do the 6th exercise, which is the last one. And here we will come from Samam to Nire Mandi in 1 count. That means that I want you to split open your feet and go on your toes at the same time. So, 1. Instead of opening and sitting, we will directly do 1. Okay, so you sit, you split your feet into a V, and you do a small skip there again, which is not just directly sitting, it's a little tuck, right? So you split, you sit, and you skip all at once. That is your 6th Samam to Nire Mandi exercise. Now I'll demonstrate that. 1, again no bouncing, the, and come back. 2, come back. 3, come back. I hope you can see. So a very important part of jumping in Nire Mandi is, again I'm emphasizing, not doing this. Okay, so whenever I go down like 1 and steady, and come back up. Now this was a tutorial of the 6 exercises that have helped my students build immense leg strength in a matter of weeks and months, and I'm sure these will help you too. So if you have understood the exercises today, next week I shall give you a routine of leg strengthening workout with all these exercises, with the number of repetitions and breaks that you should do, and you can use that video to do your workout with me on a regular basis and see the results and the way you feel in your legs yourself. So if you loved watching this tutorial, please like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel of Nritya Nivedya to continue learning Bharatanatyam with me, and I'll see you on Friday 6 p.m. Namaste.